Hello there, guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today we're going deep on a very important message that I find so powerful. The path to God. This is the path to find God, but it's not always comfortable. It's not always easy. And the thing is that what people don't realize is they think that this outer world has a great level of importance. But I want to tell you today, it's meaningless. It's there to teach you. It's there to help you to find your true nature. That's what this world is. And when you realize that I'm willing to face the discomfort that I need to free myself from the shackles of this reality and to find God. So I'm going to tell you a little bit. I found God. I use the terminology God because it's how I connect with this power. But people call it the universe, higher self, divine mind, Shiva, loads of different other terminologies. But the pathway to God isn't always comfortable, and I want to explain that. If you like spirituality simplified, please consider sharing and subscribing. And also, please check out my free Facebook group and find me on Instagram, where I'm sharing a lot more stories also. So, how did I find God? Well, what it is in life, and I don't think it's necessary for all people, but I'm going to speak from my own experience and the experience that I've helped others to have, is that sometimes it takes facing great discomfort to be able to break through to the other side of something. Why is it uncomfortable sometimes, the path to God? Because what we've done in our lives is we've picked up stuff along the way. We're born perfect. We're born a perfect spirit into a human condition. Okay? That human condition comes inherently with pains and trials and tribulations. Now, I sometimes use Lord of the Rings references on here. I'm not that much of a geek, really, but hey, we'll use it because it's actually an interesting story. But in the story of Lord of the Rings, there's a wizard called Gandalf. Now, he's a Maya, an angelic spirit, right? He's brought to Earth to fight the evil spirit of Sauron, okay, who's also a Maya. But he's told to come clothed in the shape of an old man, and his powers are reduced because he's not there to fight might with might. He's there to guide the people of Middle-earth to victory, okay? Now, why do I bring this up? I believe that's actually our true nature. We're an infinite spirit coming into a human condition to discover our power is not through might. It's through the little things. It's through the little actions, the little choices. So what I've realized is when I made a God of earth in front of me, which we're told not to in scripture, is do not make a God of anything else but me. We are then also starting to make a God of circumstance. So I make a God of money, of my job, of what that person said about me. And actually, all of these things, we're here to learn that they have no meaning over us, that the inner world is more important. Joe Dispenza said it very good when he said, if you want to hide the divine somewhere, hide it inside humans, because it's the last place they ever look, because we get so obsessed with the outside world that we start to look. That's why when you do start to do inner work, and on the path to find God, it can be very uncomfortable because you literally have to break the pattern of who you were. A part of you has to die. We talk about it in the resurrection story where God is put on the cross and then he dies. 3 days later, he's resurrected and he ascends into heaven. This is not by accident, this story. This is the story of the reincarnation of the self. We talk about reincarnation in other spiritual parts of the world. You reincarnate the true self. This is what we're trying here to learn to do. So when they say in Buddhism that we go from life to life until we learn the truth, you can do that in this life now. You can let the parts of you that don't serve you die. Put them onto the cross, and then you can be healed. Now, I'm going to kind of try to explain that in a little bit more detail here. There's a passage from Luke that I found, and he said unto them, and it's Luke, 9:23-24, okay? Then he said unto them, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves, take up their cross daily and follow me. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me will save it. Now, this is an interesting, because you could say, what? I need to do this for God? I need to give up my life for God? No, it says, Give up that self, that part of yourself. Put that self to the cross. It's painful. Think about it. Crucifixion, what Jesus went through was a painful experience, okay, of trial and tribulation. But through that trial and tribulation, he came through it. This is what you can face. I face discomfort. I'm not saying you must, but you must be willing to. You must be willing to face this discomfort, my friends, because it is what is going to set you free. So life is showing you that discomfort through your reactions. It's showing you it through how you feel. Okay, so facing discomfort means surrendering control, attachments, and self-preservation to allow true spiritual rebirth. Self-preservation is egoic in nature. You know, you'll hear it from people. They go, well, I can't change now. This is who I am. Deal with it. It's like, it's so egotistical. Yes, you can. You can change everything. Now, if we even go into science, we've got, we even know neurolinguistics programming is a brilliant method to change your neural pathways. We know from Joe Dispenza's work, you can literally heal yourself through meditation. We know of neuroplasticity. We know of epigenetics. We know that we're forever changing. We're forever growing, okay? So the point being is face those parts of yourself. What is the part in your life that is keeping you from this peace, harmony, and joy that can flow through you when you find God? It's the parts that think that person hurt me 20 years ago. I don't like the way she looks at me. I'm never going to get enough money. They're all meaningless endeavors, because you're never going to control or force someone or control everything. You surrender control and you allow God to work through you. You will find that life becomes so freeing. So put those parts of yourself up onto the cross. Let them die. Let part of yourself die to be reborn. That's why I called this channel Reborn with Michael, because I realized that part of me had to die for me to change, okay? Testing and trials as we grow. There's other ones here in James 1, 2-4. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. That means that life is there to test us, okay? Challenges and tribulations and facing that part of you that's scared. It's the discomforts. They're not punishments. God's never punishing you, but they're invitations to test yourself, to grow in faith. And I talk about growing in faith on this channel all the time. Face those parts of yourself. Be willing to face the part of yourself. Be willing to sit behind that discomfort. Now, there's a part of you that notices that discomfort. Otherwise, you'd never know when you're happy, sad, or anything. Who is it inside you that notices it? That's the divine spark. Your awareness is the divine spark, my friend, okay? In 2 Corinthians 12, 9-10, but he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weakness, so that Christ's power may rest on me. See those parts of yourself rather than judging yourself. I'm so angry all the time. I'm so judgmental of people. I'm so this. Instead, offer up those weaknesses to God. Say now, loud and proud of me. Comment it down below. I give over myself fully to the divine. I am now washed and renewed, made whole. I give all my weaknesses. I surrender them. I understand them. I see them. And I'm not scared of them anymore. I'm no longer wanting to protect myself. I no longer want to control, force, push. Just say to yourself, I'm willing to let go to God. Comment it down below. I'm willing to let go to God. Work through me now. You see, the biggest thing that brought me to God is when I started to let go of the ego part of myself that said, I'm the one who makes this happen. I'm the one who's made myself successful. I'm the one who's done this. No. I don't take any responsibility for anything. So whoever sees this message, realize I don't take responsibility for whether the views are huge and my subscribers grow and this and that and the other. I take no responsibility for it. Therefore, I do not care or need that adulation anymore. For I am so now intoxicated by the divine. For I claim it every day. I'm divinely guided. I surrender to the divine. It works through me, blessing me, loving me, making me whole, renewing me. I'm constantly advancing spiritually, mentally, financially, physically, in all ways. These are the truths of life. This is how you find God. You make minimal the outside world and you make maximum of the inside world. I've just noticed that the world just responds. God blesses you in ways you could never imagine when you give yourself over to him, or it, whatever that wonderful presence is. But I tell you, life is so exciting now because I never know what's going to happen. But what I do know is if I let go, it's going to be better than I ever imagined. That's how you find God. That's how you find the truth in your life here. This is what I want you to know. This is what I know to be true. This is the pathway to God. It's facing the parts of you that you want, that need to die. You put them up to the cross. You observe them, breathe, relax, release, and then claim the divine truths of life. This is how you find God. I'll speak to you soon, guys. See you at the next one.